Welcome guys, welcome. This is Samosi. On this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you basic HTML formatting, the basic stuff that you need to know for you to create a standard HTML page. Please like this video so that it will be recommended to others. Also subscribe if you haven't subscribed so you get updates on my new videos. As you can see on the screen, I have already written down some HTML commands, okay, as you can see. So I'm going to be explaining all of this and also imputing more commands, okay. So this is an index page. This is an index page, and right here, okay, I'm going to start from the top for those that don't know anything about HTML. Okay, as you can see, this is called a tag. Any command, anything that you see like this that starts with a less than sign, this is a less than sign, okay, and this is a greater than sign. Any command or any text that is in between the less than and greater than sign is called a tag, okay. It's called a tag. This is a tag. This is a tag, okay. This is a tag. But notice something. This is a tag. This is a tag. These are tags, but these ones are just single tags. This one is a single tag, okay. But notice that this has two. The moment I click this lights up too, because they are together. You get me? They are together, and these ones here are in between them. This is called an opening tag. When you have two tags, one is called an opening tag, which is this one, and this one is called a closing tag. What are the difference between what is the difference between the opening tag and the closing tag? The difference is that the opening tag has no slash, okay. As you can see, this is the opening tag. It has no slash, okay, but the closing tag has a slash before the word. So both of them are just the same thing, but the difference is the slash before the word, okay. So that's the difference, and both of them together are not called tags, they are called elements, okay. Let me open a new file, a new document, for you to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a new document. So I was saying this, anything that is in between a less than sign, this is a less than sign, and a greater than sign is a tag. This is a tag, but this tag is empty. Tag. See, There's nothing like this. I'm just using this for illustration purpose. Okay, this is a tag. This is an opening tag. This is a closing tag. Okay, opening tag, closing tag, and both of them together is called an element. Two of them are called, sorry about that, are called equals to an element. Is an element, okay? But either of them together, as in either of them separately is called a tag, but together they are called elements, okay? So there are other tags that are single tags. What's the difference between a single tag and a tag that has an opening and closing tag? The difference is, once it's a single tag, the forward slash comes after the tag name. Okay, you see that the forward slash comes after the tag name. Okay, with this being known, let's get into some HTML editing. So in HTML, every page in every website is basically the same thing, has the same structure. Okay, to start HTML page, to start creating a HTML page, you start with less than sign, exclamation mark. You type in doc type HTML. You must start with this doc type HTML. Okay, then you must impute HTML tag, the opening and closing HTML tag. Okay, everything about this page, this web page, will get in between this HTML opening and closing tag. Everything must get into it. You see what I just did there? I moved it down 2 lines because everything should go inside this. Let me go to the other page that I started with. You see what I did? That's the opening HTML tag. And let's go down. This is the closing tag. Okay. So everything will go to the center of the HTML opening tag and closing tag. Okay. There's one thing we haven't done here. We haven't saved this file as a HTML file. Okay, let's hit the file button. Let's hit the file button and go to save as. Okay, and I'll look for a folder to save this in. Let me look for a suitable folder to save this in. let me save this here. Okay, I hope you're watching closely. Let me call this basic HTML formats. That's the name of the page. Okay, we'll come down here and look for hypertext markup language. Let's look for H. Okay, because this is the HTML document, and HTML means hypertext markup language file. Okay, let's choose this and save. Press save. You see what happened? It changed color. Okay, when it's just black, it means that it's not saved as a HTML page. But you noticed when we just saved it as a HTML page, it's turned blue, showing that we did something right. So let's continue. In between this, the HTML and the HTML closing and the HTML opening and closing tags, well, there should be a tag called head. The head tag, it should have an opening and closing tag. Okay, this a head element. Okay, there should also be a body element, which is the body opening and closing tag. Body. Okay, you see these two things. Every HTML page is just like this. No matter how simple or complex a page might look, it must have these things that you're seeing on the screen now. Okay, this is where everything goes in. HTML opening and closing tag. This is the head. The head is where all information is being fed to help the page, to help a computer or a server understand what the page is all about. Okay, and the body is where everything you see on a web page is formatted or constructed. Everything that you see in a web page, everything is located inside the body. But head opening and closing tags are where information that helps the page run, all the information that helps the page run is located. You don't see them. Okay, the head is kind of the engine and the body is the body, because you can see everything inside it. Okay, so that's it. There's another thing that you need to know: the way you should format, or you should edit your page for it to look clean and smooth. I would have to indent this by pressing the tab button. I selected both and pressed the tab button. Okay, as you can see, this will let us know that these two are the children of HTML. Okay, it will help us know, or anybody that's reading your code, that these two are inside this HTML opening and closing tag. Okay, it will make your code neat. So let's open up the head. Okay, we'll go ahead and indent by pressing tab button. In case you don't know where the tab button is, it's at the left hand side of your keyboard. Okay, below 1, next to Q button. Okay, so let me indent this. Okay, inside the header, there are a number of things that should be inside of it, like the title, the title tag, the character sets, um, the a lot of things, links to JavaScript or CSS files. Okay, well, right now, I think I'm just going to show you um, this character set UTF-8. It helps the browser understand. This is encoding of this page. I can't go deep into it, but just know that you have to have this. Okay, it just has, it's just a one tag. It doesn't have a opening or closing, just one tag. Okay, there's also a title. Okay, this is where the title of the page, you input the title of the page. Okay, this is where you input the title of the page. Whatever you put there is what will be seen in the browser. Let me open this page on the browser so you understand what I mean. On this page in the browser, open with, you see, it's blank. Basic HTML formats, basic HTML formats .html. Okay, so but when I go back to my editor, and say this is this, okay, let's just make this test page. Test page. Okay, let me save this up and go back to the browser and refresh the browser. You see, test page, that's the title now. Hope you're following closely. I think this is all I'll show you for the head. Okay, in case I don't you're still expecting to see more, I can't show you everything on this tutorial, but I'll leave a link to my playlist, my web design and development playlist, so that you can go and watch more videos on the playlist. This one isn't going to be on the playlist, so for you to watch the playlist, you have to go inside my page, my YouTube page, and explore my playlist. But for you to do that, you have to subscribe. Not that you can't watch without subscribing, but I would like you to subscribe and like this video and like my videos so that it will get recommended to others that need to see it. Okay, like and subscribe. Okay, let's go back into editing this. Let's go into the body. So I'm going to show you basic things that should be in a body of a web page. Okay, a body should have a head element, it should also have a navigation element, we should have a section. Okay. So inside the section is where all the important information or the main informations go. Informations in your web page. Okay. There's also the footer. This is where information at the foot of the web page are imputed. Okay. So we're going to make this. Sorry, this is not how to write a header. I didn't see that. A header is different from the head. The header is different from the head. Okay. The header is written this way, just H with a H. As you can see here, there's a H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Okay. The numbers, the bigger the number, the smaller the header. Okay. But I'm going to just type in I'm going to just say, let's just type in this is the first header. Okay, I'm going to create a H2, H2, H2. I'm going to also create a H3 for illustration purpose. Okay, I'll copy this so that it will make it faster. Copy. Just change this. Second. Third. Okay. Let's save this up and go to the browser. So you see what I mean. You see H1, H2, H3 gets smaller up to 6, the sixth one. You should use the header to show the headings to topics in your web page, or in this case, this is going to be like the welcome, where I'm going to be putting the welcome notes or about the page. Okay, the header can be in the section if you want. Okay, can be in the section if you want. Okay, in the nav, what can you see inside the navigation? But inside the navigation tag, this is where you want to like put links to different parts of the page. Okay, you can make them in form of buttons, or just it could be in any design, but for the sake of time, I'm going to just use an ordered list. Okay, there are two types of lists, ordered and unordered, but we are going to use an unordered list. To use an ordered list, you just type in UL. That's for an unordered list. You see how everything is going. So I'm going to add the lists. Okay. I'm going to make just 2 lists. Okay. I'll call this home page. I'll call this second page. Okay, I'm going to leave this like this for now. In the section, we'll come here. So this is where the main information of the page is. So to start writing, even when you're not coding, every writing has a paragraph, right? So in HTML, if you want to tell the computer that you're starting a paragraph, you should use the P tag, opening and closing, and anything you impute here will be seen as a paragraph. Let me say today is a bright and good day. Okay, I can impute another paragraph. Okay, and say I am learning HTML formatting today. Let's close the paragraph. Okay, that's how let's save this and check it. You see, because it's a paragraph, so this is the first paragraph, this is the second. You see, it just jumped to the next line because these are 2 paragraphs. Okay, so that's for a paragraph. There are, okay, let me, like, without the paragraph, let me just try to write something down here. Let me say this isn't inside a paragraph. Let me save this up and see what it's going to look like. Okay, it's still going to be in another line. Okay, let me do it in another way. It's going to be in another line because there's a paragraph here. So let me just make this, let me just put this here instead. Let me cut this, cut it, and let me put it here and see. I want to show you something. I think I've saved this. Okay, it's still going to it's still going to be showing right because of those paragraphs. Let me show you in another way. Okay, let me say I want to create another line of text in another line. Okay, just by imputing space here. Okay, let me say this text should be in another line. Another line. Let me save this up. Let's see the outcome. You see what happened. In the code, it's in another line, but when you view it in the browser, it doesn't show you the text in another line. This happens because when you give spaces or push text to other lines in HTML, it doesn't see it until you use the proper tag to do that. Okay, we want to push this downwards. So how do we do this in HTML? Let's go to our editor. There's something called a line break. Line break is something like this. Okay, it's just a single tag, so it's like this. Once I save this, I go to the browser and you see what happened. It just pushed it down to another line, but it won't give you space like this. Only a paragraph could give you a space like this. If I want more space here, I'll just come into the code and let's view this in the browser. You see, the more line breaks you impute, the more spaces you get. Okay, so that's it. That's how you do that. What else should we do? Okay, I think I should do just a little bit of, let me show you CSS inline styling. Okay, how you do the CSS inline styling. There are 3 types of CSS styling, 3 ways of doing your CSS styling, which is inline styling. That's what I'm going to show you now. There's external CSS styling, in which you put a link here that targets an external CSS file. It's a link in the head of the HTML. Then there's in-page styling. You also do the styling in the head of your HTML documents. Okay, so inline styling is like this. Who is calling? It's going to be a disturbance. I think I just silenced the phone. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'll soon be done with this tutorial, or let me finish this styling first. Let me let me just change the background of the body of the page. Okay, color. Let me make it light green. Okay, let me save this up and let's check this out in the browser and see if it worked. Okay, you see everything is changed to light green. Okay, I'm going to do this for all the various tags in this in this document so that we can differentiate them by color. Okay. Who's this? WhatsApp. Come on, stop distracting me. Okay. I just copied and pasted. So I'm just going to be changing the colors. Okay, let me make this. Oh, come on. Light blue. Make this. I think let me remove this headers and just leave the H1 so everything doesn't look weird. Let me use red for this. Let me use yellow for this. Yellow. This is sorry about. Who is this? Come on, quit calling me. I'm busy right now. Okay, let me save this up. I don't know why this one isn't lighting up. I think there's a problem somewhere. But let me see what's the problem might be. Okay, this came up, but the filter didn't change. I think there's a problem inside the section. Okay, there's a problem. This is supposed to be closed here. I think that's the problem. Okay, it's fixed. You see what just happened because there wasn't a greater than sign here, so it's just it just caused a problem down. Like after anywhere that has a problem in HTML or any coding, any line that has a problem will just affect every other thing below it. So you should be very careful when formatting your HTML or any other code. Just one mistake can just frustrate you. So let's go and check the page. See, our page is looking colorful. Okay, guys, that's all for now on, on this tutorial. Okay, to learn more, just go and subscribe first, like this video, please like the video, and go and watch my playlist. I do uploads regularly, so you'll be updated. Just subscribe and you get notified anytime there's a new video. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye. Bye for now.